Richie Ruckus Beats.
YouTube, it's your boy Richie Ruckus. We are back today. It is Monday, December 17th. Depending on when I actually get around to getting this video fully edited and uploaded, you guys may be seeing this on Tuesday. I'm hoping to get it edited and up tonight, but I can't make no promises, and that's why in the Jordan 3 Mocha video, I said Tuesday. That's what I'm really aiming for. If by some chance I do get it done, if I get everything edited and, everything done tonight, I will upload it, but it's more than likely probably going to be Tuesday when you're seeing this. As I said, I got a very big video today. We're actually going to be diving into my whole Adidas Yeezy collection. We got quite a few pair of sneakers here. I'm kind of going to just go over my Yeezy collection and talk about it with you guys. And the purpose of this is I get a lot of comments on my Yeezy review videos asking, what other Yeezys do I have? Do I find differences in 350 V2 as opposed to a different 350 V2? So I'm kind of going to touch on a little bit of all of that, and then I'm going to do an on foot of every pair of my Yeezys. Try to do like a little montage of all my pairs. But that's what we got on the docket for today. And then my next video after this, again, depending when this goes up, it'll be 2 days. So if this goes up Monday, my next video will be Wednesday. If it goes up Tuesday, the next video will be Thursday, so on and so forth. But my next video is going to be my top 10 sneaker pickups of 2018. I know a lot of people are doing a list of their top 10 sneakers for 2018. And I feel like, not that it's an easy list to do, but it's just pretty easy to get up there and just talk about the 10 rarest, 10, most hype, 10 coolest sneakers of 2018, but I'm actually going to go over my top 10 pickups, my 10 favorite pairs that I picked up this year. Without further ado, you guys know the drill. Let's get a glimpse of all these warlocks. So how do you guys want to do this? Do you want me to build suspense? Do you want to go from like the weakest part of the collection to the best? I don't know. Why don't we just go in order? Let's start off light. Let's break them off something light. The first pair we are going to dive into is the Yeezy Calabasas Powerphase in the OG colorway. As you can see, I put some mileage on these things. I actually do wear my sneakers. I'm not big on cleaning them. I kind of like to keep the night on them, so to speak. But these were a must for me, and I'll be honest, the hype got me a little bit with these, and I try not to let hype get in the way of what I'm doing. But this pair definitely, struck a chord with me. I know that it's an old Adidas model that is retroed, and they put the Calabasas and Kanye name on it, and kind of just threw out an old 80s, it's like an 80s Reebok classic type vibe, and they just kind of threw Kanye's name on it and, relived an old sneaker. This is obviously a retro, and that's what I thought was cool about these amongst, everything else, is that this was like the first retro that had Kanye's name attached to it. Now, granted, it's not a retro of his own sneaker, but I just thought it was cool that Adidas broke out, a sneaker from the vault, retroed it, and kind of attached Kanye's name to it. And on top of having the OG colorway, I also went and copped a gray pair. And these are actually the only two I grabbed from the Calabasas collection. I didn't go and grab the black pair, and although I thought the black pair in images looked cool, and I did actually see a pair sitting at an Adidas store over at the Cherry Hill Mall, it's just, I'm not big, I preach this a lot on this channel, I'm not super big on an all black leather sneaker, and it's different with like, a black cement 3, yeah, it's predominantly black, but it's just not all black. And although the black pair did look cool because it kind of had like a Gucci type undertone with the Adidas logo being in green, or Adidas branding in the green, and then the Adidas trifold in red, and then the Calabasas in gold. It kind of does have like a Gucci feel. I would never wear them, and I'm big on buying sneakers that I'm going to wear. I obviously haven't worn the gray pair as much as I wore the OG pair, but you can see there's still some mileage on these. I do wear my stuff, and you know, I'm not one of these guys who buys something, wears it the first couple days after it's released, and then never wears them again. I wear these all the time. So these are very, very dope for the summer. I know a lot of people are kind of the opposite. A lot of people like these in the fall winter, which I'm not saying it's a bad fall winter sneaker, but this is just great. Throw on some white tube socks, a pair of shorts, good to go for the summer. But this is my Calabasas Powerphase collection, and like I said, I didn't get the black pair. I got the OG and the gray. Moving on, I guess we're going to jump into the Yeezy 500 collection. Again, I got 2 pair. Give me 2 pair. I'm not going to go heavy into this. I did just do reviews and a comparison video with the blush, but nothing really to touch on here. If you're new to the channel, I'll just go over it real quick. I originally thought when I got my Salt pair that them and the blush were a lot closer in colorway. After seeing stuff on social media and stuff, it looked like a lot of people also felt that way. But then when I did the side-by-side comparison, you can see that they actually are 2 different colorways. The blush is obviously a more beige. The Salt is more of a bluish gray. But again, I wear my sneakers. You know, these are the blush. These are probably a very big mainstay with me. And again, this is weird because they dropped in the summer. And this sneaker to me is more built for fall winter type feel. And you know, these just go really hard with a pair of camo pants, pair of cargo pants, olive, burgundy, light brown, dark brown, beige, stuff of that nature. These sneakers are perfect for that. The Yeezy 500 is actually a very slept on model in my opinion. I like the 500 more than I like the V2, I think, at this point. And I mean, I know overall the V2, when it was in its heyday, before people kind of got tired of them, were, you know, probably the most sought after sneaker for a while there. But I just like the chunky, bulky look. You know, I have wide feet, so sometimes wearing a sock type sneaker really isn't ideal for me. So I do like, you know, the more bulkier, more, you know, sneaker has more of a build to it. But again, my Yeezy 500 collection, we got the blush and we got the Salt. Moving on to the Yeezy 700 Boost portion of the video. Again, 2 pairs. And this guy, I kind of like how we went with this because the next part of the collection is multi pairs. But again, I got the Mauve and the Wave Runner. Again, I'm not going to waste too much of your guys' time with it. But as you guys know, if you're familiar with the channel, I missed out on the original pre-release of the Wave Runners. I slept. I had them in my cart. I didn't want to do the pre-order. You know, $300 for a pre-order was kind of steep for me. I regretted it. And then I missed out on every single restock. And so the like humongous global restock a few months ago happened. And I was able to secure a pair via the raffle at Lapstone and Hammer. These are my favorite Yeezy. Whether it be the Mauve or the OG Wave Runner. I know a lot of people hate these. I know a lot of people hate the Mauve, and I did recently do a comparison video in between this and the OG Wave Runner, and I know a lot of people kind of disagree with me and they prefer the OG Wave Runner. And it's not that I don't prefer it. I can't pick. It's just, I love both colorways. I feel like the Wave Runner colorway obviously has more of a summer type feel, and the Mauve is definitely a fall type feel. And you know, maybe that's what it is. I'm just a product of my environment, so to speak, because you know, right now it's December. We're in the thick of fall, getting ready to approach winter. And again, just this chocolate brown colorway is perfect for the fall winter months. Where these like remind me of, it's like spring break versus pumpkin patch, you know what I mean? Memorial Day weekend versus a ski trip. I don't know. I just kind of feel like you got your summer and you got your spring, summer, you got your fall, winter. It's like Easter, Father's Day, Memorial Day, Mother's Day, 4th of July, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. I don't know. I just feel like you got summer, you got fall, you got spring, you got winter. These are just like if there was 2 sneakers that are the same but so different, it's these two. I just feel like they give you, it's a perfect split. You can rock one for 6 months, rock the other for 6 months. And not to say that I don't wear these now and I won't wear these in the summer, although I can't really see me wear it. Like, that's the thing, like, and maybe that's why I would go Wave Runner if I'm sitting here getting into this debate again, is the Wave Runner you could probably wear year round. I don't see these being a good look for summer, but I guess when we get to summer, we shall find out. But if I had to go between the two, I still want to be able to make a decision. Gun to my head, I don't know. Leave comments down below, guys. Let me know like your input on any of this stuff, because a lot of people may not have seen my comparison video. A lot of people may not have seen the review on either sneaker. But that is the Yeezy 700 portion of my Yeezy collection. Alright guys, so now we're getting into where it gets a little bit more the meat of the meat, you know, the meat of the sandwich. It's gonna be a lot harder to go through this because now we're getting into multiple pairs. And, you know, not just two. We're getting into, not the twos, not multiple. Now we're getting into like a plethora of pairs opposed to just, you know, a few. And I want to state, this is just my Yeezy collection with Adidas. This is strictly Kanye times Adidas. And like I said, now let's get to the meat of this. The meat of the rotation, if you would. The 3, 4, and 5 hitters. We're going to go V2s. We'll go with my very first pair of V2s. And I'm going to state this now. You're not going to see no Yeezy 750. You're not going to see no Yeezy 350 OGs. And here is why. 350s, Pirate Blacks, Turtle Doves, sold them. And that was a stupid mistake on my part. I bought them right away and flipped them right away. And I should have held on to them. And I didn't. So they're not going to be in the video. So let me just save the suspense now before we jump into the 350 V2 collection. You're not going to see any of the OG 350s. Second, you're not going to see any of the 750s. And although the chocolate brown Yeezy 750 probably is my favorite to date, Kanye, Adidas, collab, Kanye, Adidas, you know, sneaker is the 750 in the chocolate brown. But I don't have any 750s, and here's why. I did get my hands on the first pair that came out. Was it the black ones or was it the gray? It was the gray pair. I'm not sure if it was the first or the second. Either way, I got them, tried them on, and I don't know, you guys may not know this from watching my videos. You may not know this from my social media. I'm very, very short. And a sneaker that high cut, I just can't pull it off. I'm too short, and I tried it, and I just wasn't feeling it. So before I wore them out in public and you know, took the face value of them off, I flipped them, and they're the only sneakers I ever resold. Was 350 OGs and my 750s. And I regret both. The 350s more, but the 750 I regret because of the whole reselling thing. And I should have just, I'm going to try getting the brown pair. I feel like if I get the brown, if that price ever drops down to a reasonable price, your boy may actually jump into the resale game and buy a pair. Is because I really love, that's probably my favorite looking Yeezy is the 750. And they're just too high. But I feel like the brown pair, if I ever get my hands on them, I'll be able to finesse and pull them off even with my short stature. That being said, let's jump into the last remaining part of the video. We got my 350 V2 collection, and we're going to start off with my very first pair of V2s. We got the Yeezy 350 V2 in that copper colorway, and I haven't worn these as much as I should. And I remember I actually went through great lengths to get these. The story behind these, here on South Street in Philly, you know, I used to work, and I made a lot of friendships and a lot of connections around there. And the story about this is I hit on a raffle at Villa, but when I got there, they only had a 7.5 left. And luck would have it, somebody in line ahead of me that I knew asked for the wrong size for someone else, not for themselves. They were getting someone else the sneaker. And they did a swap with me, and they did a swap with me. I had the size they needed, the size I needed, so we did a swap. I gave them the 7.5, they gave me my size, and the rest is pretty much history. But this is my first pair of 350 V2s, the Yeezy black and copper colorway. Alright, next three pairs we're going to dive into are last year's holiday releases. Crazy story about this is that I got the blue tints on Adidas.com. I got the belugas from the in-store raffle at Kicks USA, and then the semi-frozen yellows, you guys know, I just got at Lapstone Hammer. The blue tints, I feel like I did the most work to get, and probably out of the three, they're probably the least liked, I would say, overall. Not by me. It's funny is because the Beluga 2.0 is probably my least favorite 350, and it's definitely my most worn 350. I throw these on for everything, and I just feel like because, you know, with the blue, the semi-frozen yellow, so on and so forth, you kind of have to have the right fit, where I feel like the Beluga, I mean, yeah, the orange in the Supply 350 V2 is somewhat of a nuisance when putting the fit together. I feel like out of the three of the holiday collection, they were probably the easiest to get. Without a doubt, these were my easiest to get. Like I said, I won me and Nate both a pair. I did a double unboxing on the channel. And then the semi-frozen yellows were pretty easy from Lapstone Hammer. I actually have a second pair coming from Yeezy Supply, so we might actually be getting into some type of giveaway, or maybe me selling them to one of my subscribers for retail. And then lastly, the blue tints. And the blue tints, we'll get into the beginning part of the story about the blue tints when I get to the other pairs. But I sat on Adidas.com and I finally checked out at like 2:30. No word of a lie. I sat on there for like 4 hours, and I finally was able to check out and get them. And the only thing that sucked is I think these came in right after Christmas, or it may have been right before. It actually took a while to ship these, which is weird because Adidas.com is usually with the quickness with the shipping. That's last year's holiday release, Beluga 2.0, Yeezy Blue Tint, and the semi-frozen yellow, even though these were just bought in the past few days from Lapstone and Hammer on the global restock. We got a few more V2s from last year's releases that we got to dive into. Again, all three of these released last year, and we'll start with this pair. Yeezy 350 V2 Zebra from the original release, not the restock that happened this year. I did a full review of these on my channel already. As you guys know, see, again, wear my sneaks, guys. These were very sought after by me, to the point that I went to StockX and bought them. But this is one of the two pairs I've ever paid resale prices for, and I actually got them at a pretty good price when they started dipping last year. But I'm just glad to have the zebras in my collection, although I don't wear these anywhere near as much as I probably should for the stress that I put on myself to acquire said pair. Next, kind of in that same vein, we got the Yeezy Creams that dropped last year. This is the OG pair, not part of the restock. Again, I don't wear these anywhere near as much as I should. I did wear these recently out to a bar, but I hit them with the Crep Protect beforehand, and you can't even really tell that I wore them. There's a little brown spot on the midsole right here. But again, this is just a very clean sneaker. If we're going solely based off of like putting a fit together or cleanness of a colorway, yeah, there's some very, very dope models in the 350 V2, but the all-white colorway is a must, and I just feel like the only problem with these is if you overwear these, or wear these a bunch, if you overwear these or wear these a ton, you're going to get them dirty, and it's just, these are going to be very hard to keep completely clean if you do put some miles on them. So that's kind of why I keep them in the cut. They kind of only come out for certain special occasions when I kind of want to have a clean pair of white sneaks on. I kind of tend to go with these if I know I'm not going to be rolling around in dirt, rolling around in mud. Not that I ever get into them kind of activities, but, you know, like a backyard barbecue at somebody's house who has like a grass yard. Absolutely love when the camera overheats. But like I said, it's really, really tough to keep the all-white 350 V2s clean. My favorite pair of 350 V2s to date, the Bread 350 V2. I was able to cop these on Adidas.com, which was very surprising to get through the splash page and get these. I know I also got the cream white ones there. I got the blue tints there. Very odd, because this sneaker was limited, man. I mean, like, the creams, obviously a ton were made. The blue tints, maybe not everybody was really going after them. But to get the breads on Adidas.com, when I got through, and it was crazy because it gives you this false hope. Because I got through and, like, shit, I was on the splash page for like 15 minutes. I got checked out probably by like 10:30. And it was just crazy because of how easy these were to get. It was like, oh. It was like, oh, like it's just going to be like this for now on with Adidas trying to get Yeezys. And, you know, obviously that's not the case. People still strike out, you know, today with some of the more widespread, more manufactured Yeezys. But these were the ones I copped last year. Like I said, we got the breads, we got the creams, we got the zebras. Moving on to the last two of the bunch. These are the two that actually, the colorways were actually released this year. I don't think I'm missing any, right? But we got two left. Both of these released this year. Both of these colorways debuted this year. Neither of them are part of a restock. We have the Yeezy 350 V2 and that butter colorway. And then we got the Yeezy 350 V2 in the sesame colorway. Now I know these slept on by a lot of people, and if you want to get down to if you really want to break this stuff down and really dive into discussion about it, these are a lot more accessible, and I personally think a lot more easy to style with a fit. You don't have the zebra pattern going through them like you do on the semi-frozen yellows, and although the semi-frozen yellows up until this week were so limited and had so much more hype surrounding them, I feel like the butters, if you're looking to go for that yellow type of 350 V2 but want to be able to style with all kinds of different stuff, the butter is definitely the better direction to go. And if you're going to be paying resale for them, the butter is obviously a cheaper alternative than the semi-frozen yellow. And then we have the sesame. Not going to get too crazy with this. I did a review on foot on this a few weeks ago when they dropped. But a very subtle tannish gray. You got the gum bottom. And if I had to pick a second favorite pair other than the breads, it would be these. Only because, again, very easy to style. You can wear these with blue or black denim. You can wear these with sweats. You can wear these with damn near any pant out there. And I feel like they took the Moon Rock and the Oxford Tane Yeezy 350 V1, put them into one sneaker, and they came out with the Sesame 350 V2. Well, that's it, guys. That's my Yeezy collection. These are all the Kanye Adidas sneakers that I own. I don't think I'm missing anything. All of my Yeezys are taken off of the sneaker shelf behind me, so I'm pretty sure this is it. Unless I'm missing anything. We got a few pairs in Nyaja's collection. Not going to dive into that. We're going to do a quick on foot for all these. And then, like I said, guys, I will be back with my top 10 sneaker pickups of 2018 later this week. But until then, I'm Richie Ruckus. Peace.
Richie Ruckus Beats.